Alrighty, now that we have the fairy energies in the room, I want to welcome you all to the spiritual corner. My name is Prism P-Chan or PZ, whatever you want to call me, and I'm here with a new reading for today to see what exactly is going on in your energy, what you need to know, and if any wisdom needs to be given to you by spirit and by the fairies. We're going to start off with a little bit of the fairy oracle, or the fairy wisdom oracle, and see where you guys are at, and then we'll move on to the tarot. There, okay. So we have something wild, absolutely beautiful card. And we're doing 3 today, per usual. And then we have 2 mini dragons and dandelions. So I'm not aware of what the outer 2 are, but I do know what the inner one is. And that has a lot to do with having too many things on your plate. I believe it's like a 10 of Wands with a hint of, it's like 5 of Pentacles, I believe. But let's see where you were, are, and where you're going to be. So so something wild. 11 could be significant, 7 could be significant, and 40 could be significant. So the keyword is change. Do you sense something new in the air? The winds of change are upon you, and it is the utmost importance that you stay paying attention. This is a time for receiving and for manifesting. Allow Spirit to reveal its messages of the mystery of being. Look at the unusual within the usual. Seek deeper into all that is around you. Look under the rock. Is a fairy staring back at you? Work with the elements and the elementals. Listen to the song. The stream sings to you, and the lullabies of the tree branches swaying overhead. The world is alive with knowledge. Let it awaken your senses for clearer perception of all things. You might meet a new person who brings to you the messages that you have been waiting for. Be alert right now to the changes the universe is sending your way. This is time for great potential growth. Using it wisely and to its fullest extent use it wisely and to its fullest extent. The winds are gathering in all directions. What will they blow onto your path? Be ready and willing. So I'm definitely getting there was a lot of changes in the past. Maybe a change of environment, a change of circumstances, a change in perception of yourself or to others. There's very much a seriousness coming from this card. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's she looks very sure of herself, but she also looks like she's been through a lot. You could have been through a lot during this change. It could have been very depleting. Is kind of how I'm getting it. I'm not getting someone that's defeated, but I'm definitely getting a wounded warrior sort of energy here. This could have been a lot of change, especially with the 2 many dragons coming up, or this change has brought on a lot to when it comes to like what's on your plate, or you could also be with this change. There's certain things you need to adapt to, and you could be taking on too much all at once. Like this change doesn't need to be so abrupt, but you could be treating it that way. I'm gonna look into the 2 many dragons just to see if there's any extra tidbits I can get. Yeah, so the keyword is schedules here. So your schedule could have changed. This could also be so many changes has caused your schedule to pile up, or you could be taking on too much of things that, like, there could be some things that you need to let go of, but you're still taking on, rather than allowing some things to fall and caring about the things that actually align with you. It's kind of how I'm getting it, but let's read into it. When life gets you down, it's telling you to make a change. Change again. Are you moving in too many directions or taking on too much? Do you enjoy what you are doing? Is it time to put things in order? Save some sacred time just for you each day. Step back and prioritize the obligations in your life. Do all the tasks in the spirit of joy. A job done without joy is no benefit to anyone. Release all the worries into the wind of transformation. It's okay to cast away a few dragons. When you have too many things on your mind, too many directions in which they go, or which to go, you tend to stress the body. It is important to release from your life things that are not in your best interest. So just as I was saying, this also talks about the ego, asking yourself why you hang on to tasks. Are you trying to be a super person in order to please others? Or are you trying to be a people pleaser? Or is it because you feel like you have to prove your worth? Or is it your ego telling you that others cannot do what things as well as you can? Like, almost like, if they can't do it right, then let me do it. But you're taking on more tasks, you're adding more to your plate. I'm feeling the need to let you know that change is inevitable, and you could have been someone who had to change a lot about yourself, but I feel that you're still doing a few things that you need to change, and a lot of that could be pertaining to what you're putting your attention towards and the inability to juggle it all. Is kind of how I'm getting it. Let's see what the dandelions is. Dandelions are perceived as weeds, though they are not necessarily. They just take on a lot of the power that it would need to generate harvest in a field. Like, if you're trying to grow tomatoes and there's weeds all over the place, those weeds are going to take up the nutritional value in the soil, or it's going to almost split the harvest. So you won't get that many tomatoes because you have all of these other plants that are taking up the nutrients that is needed for said plant. It's kind of how I'm getting it. So maybe there's an effect like that. Interesting perspective. And I was just talking about how dandelions are perceived as weeds, though they're not, and that's specifically a perspective, excuse me. So the fairy plants their seeds with great care. They choose the best ones, then water and nurture them tenderly. The plants grow and the crops come in, and with them they bring more perfect seeds for the next planting. Realize that you project what you think onto yourself, others, and situations. Your thoughts and your words are the seeds that you plant. When we make limiting thoughts and words are the seeds, when we make limiting thoughts and statements, we are actually sending out energy that can affect other people. These are not mere words or thoughts. They have substance and power. These are not, I keep reading the same one. Usually I have something to read a little bit more thoroughly, but I don't have it right now. Thoughts can create reality. Assessing a person or a situation in a negative light can actually create positive, oh my gosh, could actually create your reality. Think of what you could create by thinking in a positive light. There's always another way to view reality. What you see as a reality may not be what another person sees. People and situations are always deeper than they appear on the surface. Work on seeing the good in all things. Remember that all you perceive, how you perceive something is a reflection of your own emotions, therefore revealing more about you than about the person and the situation upon which you focus. So I'm almost getting like you're taking on someone else's projections or other people's perspective. There could have also just been, maybe this change was something that you weren't necessarily prepared for. So currently it's like you're in a situation where it's hard for you to fully adapt to these changes. Um, I feel like sometimes you may be feeling like you need to put in more effort than you need to in order to feel like you're doing something. But what you're taking on isn't even things that you need to be worried about. And I feel like this is more advice. To avoid this, you need to change your perspective. Are you taking on other people's projections? Are you projecting yourself? Are you projecting onto yourself? Like feeling like you need to, like almost putting yourself on a pedestal and feeling like you need to be somewhere that you don't need to be. I think I really need some tarot because this feels like it's gonna get deep. Give myself some space for these two. Alright, so let's start with something wild. Let's see what these changes were so we can get a better idea on where you were and how you got to this present. 10 of Swords reversed. Of course, very huge change. The Moon reversed and the Magician. So how this is coming out, either this hasn't been fully revealed or this is something that you're kind of keeping in the tuck, dealing with under the surface, not really in public. The 10 of Swords was flipped over, and the only thing that showed was the Moon reversed. So something had been revealed to you, something that has to do with you being betrayed in the past, something that you're working through now. A very painful ending here. And with the Magician falling on the Moon, there was definitely some manipulation, whether it be with actual magic or with resources or even words or actions, but something was happening in the background that you weren't aware of that got revealed to you. And what's this betrayal? And we have another, it's so interesting. Whenever I see these cards, it's like, it almost feels like there's just a lot that you're hiding, that you are dealing with. We have the Ace of Swords popping up first, and so there was a breakthrough or something that you learned, something that was said, maybe even a thought about a past conflict from the past. It's something that you're healing from now that was a bad investment in the past. Maybe it was expending, like overspending your energy, maybe dealing with this conflict or with a lot of people, because the Five of Swords reversed, like I'm getting that more as people than you fighting with yourself, because you know Swords is the mind, but it can also be words, things being said. Yeah. So I'm getting some group may have invested in something that wasn't fruitful, or they reaped what they sowed and it wasn't good, caused endings, maybe for you or for others. And you've had to heal this, and there was some sort of deception involved, whatever they invested in, which was lying, stealing, cheating, sneaking. Just definitely stuff done in the background, especially with the moon and the Seven of Swords out here. What's the Magician? Definitely dealing with family. Something you saw, something you learned that caused distress, restless nights for a family dynamic, or having to do with a family. It could also have to do with legacy, inheritance, whatever it was. It wasn't successful. This could have put you in a state where you felt like you kind of had to do a lot on your own. Be your own therapist, be your own boss, be your own parents. Yeah, this is not good. Whatever you went through really changed who you are. It left you numb almost. Or you could just have been in a numb state before the healing began. Um, you could also be keeping all this in because you don't have anyone around you that you can truly reveal this to. Because, as the cards were coming out, it seemed like the things that, like, it seemed like the worst is being hidden. Like, for example, that Ten of Swords reversed, that was face down. The Magician was face down, but the moon was upward. It's like you discovered something, but you don't want to say what it was, type thing. Or you're dealing with it on your own, and you don't really talk about it. Let's see, because I could dig deeper, but I'm being told not to. You know your story. So we're on Too Many Dragons. And that's what I said. To avoid possibly leaning onto others, or not having anyone to lean on, you took on a lot. And this was to avoid the inevitable, I'm feeling like. You can only take this on for so long until you need help. The Three of Pentacles did come out here, but I'm more so getting that as like your spirit team. This could also be I'm gonna just say this could also be someone else. This kerfuffle of possible magic or manipulation on an earthly level could have caused your healing, could have caused someone else to be burdened, taking on a lot to avoid a tower having to do with something that can't happen with others. And I kind of go that way because of the Five of Swords reversed. Like, that's your energy over here, but this is somebody else's energy. It could be, because we got the Hierophant reversed, Justice reversed, and Death reversed. There was rules broken here. an injustice that's caused the transformation. And this transformation could be that 10 of Swords. Yeah. Because it's not over. For, for them, is how I heard it. Yeah, there could have been some people that went against the grain here who worked together, possibly for money. Especially with the 10 of Pentacles out here and the 8 of Pentacles that came out as the overall energy in reverse. It could be an active group, especially with them being in the upright, trying to avoid a tower currently, especially with this being present energy. So in the past, you dealt with a lot. There's a lot of changes, a lot of manipulation in the background, a lot of secrecy, a lot of just moving in the shadows that you found out about, that you're healing from, that you saw as a bad investment, or even others saw as a bad investment to do this to you. And they're trying to avoid a tower moment. You're trying to work together, but they're going against some sort of rules which are seen as an injustice, which is going to cause an ending, and keeping them in a karmic loop. Because I'm getting that your energy's not here anymore. You're over here. Yeah, there's something with money. You have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Could be a person working with the group who is in a insecure either emotionally either emotionally or energetic deficiency, or lacking monetarily. What is with these groups? And we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So someone's not celebrating in this group of friends, possibly. It could be a family, a group in a family. Or this could be 2 separate groups. Someone in a friend group and there's an additional 3 people somewhere that is from a family. Yeah, this definitely has something to do with money. We have the 9 of Cups. You could have wished for this to be exposed. You could have wished for this 10 of Pentacles could be your wish, whatever this is necessarily. But I'm getting more of this is family wanting something. Maybe they even wanted you to be in a less independent state, in a very codependent state with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, not celebrating. This could have been something that was illegal or was unjust, that went against the rules. Maybe your part of your destiny or something is to be or your legacy, your inheritance is to be in a peaceful state, not going through all the secrecy, to be around honest people. 10 of Wands. Yeah, we got the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Wands reversed with the 4 of Pentacles. Someone's gonna have to let something go because it's become burdensome. Someone that is, this could be someone that thrives on attention. Could be even jealous of you. Could be a Leo. Neo Sagittarius, Aries, but I'm getting Leo because it's a Queen of Wands reversed. You see this person with the King of Swords. You're aware of them. This could also be someone who is in the legal system who's aware of them. They could be being watched. It's almost, I got the download that you could be changing, and this has caused a domino effect, or this balancing of the scales where someone else needs to change, but because they're not changing, it's just causing imbalances and keeping them in a karmic loop. I don't think this has anything to do with you, unfortunately. I think you're just tied to it due to what was done in the past. Let's go into Dandelion and see what's up with that. Yeah, so perspective. Yeah, so I don't think that you need to change your perspective. I think this is moving on to someone else in your energy who is being called to change their perspective and to ask themselves if they're projecting. The Seven of Wands landed on the Hierophant, the Justice reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And I'm getting that as like they can't defend what they're currently doing, what they're doing to cause injustices, what rules they're breaking. That has got them in this Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy, or trying to get you into that it's that Nine of Pentacles reverse energy. There's no trying to defend their position on that. There could be talk happening with the Eight of Wands about this. They could be getting messages about, like they could be almost like being approached about this and they can't defend themselves, and they're being told that they can't, or they even being told about what is being known here, what has been exposed, the truth. This could also be you exposing. Yeah, they're definitely getting communication that you know whatever was hidden from you for the Seven of Cups, it's in reverse, and you're being guided towards answers with the star. This could also be you. You could be an Aquarius. This is Aquarius energy. Or you could just be radiant, someone who gets a lot of attention, who's in the public eye, anything like that. But you have been exposed to this. This could also be, I'm almost getting you exposing this injustice, this need to change perspectives. This could be a call for them to change perspectives based on you speaking up, or others speaking up about you, or the talk getting around about you. Whatever it is, they can't walk away, but judgment is here, because whatever plans they have, they're not going to work out. They're already, they don't even know what to do. And the little bit that they're doing is only exposing the past even more. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This could be a couple, a rich couple. Especially with all these pentacles out here. This could be the part of the family, a mother and a father or something. Even a brother and sister. Yeah, though they don't want to walk away, the wheel's turning. I'm getting this as, because we have the Ten of Cups here. Nine of Swords. They could be getting a message that you're moving on, that you're going into a Ten of Cups situation, but this could also be just representing the family. I'm almost getting, yeah, like the family sees that the wheel is turning in your favor. They can't sweeten things up. This could also be someone who wants to turn the wheel in their favor, as they don't want to stop doing something. and they're trying to use gossip and love bombing in order to do it. I'm not getting that it's going to work, unfortunately. They could also be unaware of what's to come with the High Priestess in reverse. They don't see, yeah, Judgment reverse, and it landed on top of the Nine of Pentacles reverse and the Three of Cups reverse. So this group, or this person in this group, just doesn't see that the wheel is turning in your favor and that none of this is working. You've already been through too much, so you see it all. Yeah, you're a Queen of Wands reverse could be this person who's not seeing this. Get one more. The Empress reverse. So this could be two people, but it could also be one. I'm kind of leaning on one. The Empress reverse and the Queen. So they could be a mother. They could be Taurus or Leo, or they could have those highly aspected in their chart. But I'm also just getting this as someone who can't see something because they're too passionately involved in a negative sense to do something, to defend themselves, but they can't, to keep being emotionally involved in doing something, whether it is hiding what was done in the past or continuing. I'm kind of getting continuing. But there's no, I almost get that they don't even have the arsenal, the resources to do so, considering an Empress reversed isn't someone that can create. They can only destroy. Why does my collective need to know this? What's the under this? Because this expansion is coming. There's something that's being awakened about possibly you if you're in hermit mode. I'm kind of getting that hermit from the something wild card. I get Hobbit, and when you think of, or at least you think of the Hobbit movie, you think of the Hobbit, the main one. He was very much a hermit, kept to himself. So this could be you currently. After all of this, you became a hermit, and they're awakening to the fact that you haven't just been inside. You've been crafting. You've been following the light. You've been using your wisdom. And this is revealed to you, a Page of Cups in reverse energy around you, someone who lacks imagination, who is mature emotionally, who lacks emotional depth, who can't handle their emotions. But this also is letting you know about a potential home, a potential stability with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, a new start, a new beginning. And I get, like, especially with Three of Wands and the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, that you're going to be expanding on something. Your ships are going to come in. This could be a union, but it could also be just stability all around. And this is due to an idea that you have, something that you're following. Maybe even these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa. So this could be, because of the Eight of Wands here, what is being talked about: your stability, your forward movement, your new start, your new changes. even you, like I'm being Phoenix energy, you being reborn as this new person. People seeing this from a distance, and people could be awakening to who you are and who somebody isn't. I get a very heavy tug on that part. I think if you've been looking for a sign about you being redeemed, this is that. If you haven't been looking for that sign, but you wanted to know why, it's to let you know that things are turning. And when that happens, karma happens, of course, but you also get your dharma. And it's getting closer to that point. And if you're in that state where you have become so numb, hang on. Even use that time to find yourself within yourself. Create a home within your mind of your reality not being this, because it's not going to be this forever. Preparing yourself for what's to come rather than being so focused on what's happening now. And that includes people getting their judgment. Focus on your own justice and that being continuing to live on. Sorry, this is so serious. I didn't expect this reading to be this way, but hey, it is what it is. You need to know. I'm going to go ahead and pull you a Fae Whisper and see. Trust in good fortune. Embrace the gifts the fairies offer. And the fairies offer you joy. If you have to go outside and bask in the sun, soak up the rays and the light codes, and listen to the birds chirp, and watch the breeze run through the trees, then do that. Those are all gifts from the Fae, from Gaia, from Spirit, for you to enjoy. You don't have to go and watch TV and use that as a way of escape. If you don't watch TV often and you want to watch something that's nostalgic to you, then, go ahead and do it. I was actually doing that today, watching an old anime, Digicard, if you're interested. And, it helps you find peace when you're able to do things that are so simple, so relaxing. Maybe that's all you need to come back to yourself. To do a little bit of rebuilding inward and outward. Find a sacred place, connect with the Fae through nature's magic. So overall, they want you to find that sacred space. And like I said, if that has to be in your head, then it is what it is. Create that space, put those fairy lights up in your head, put those beautiful galaxy lights, and hang some garlands up, and flowers in your imaginary zone, and go there when things seem so meek. But I want to thank you for watching my reading. If you found that it resonated with you, or you enjoyed the advice I had to give, then give me a like, or even let me know what's going on in your story. I'd love to hear it. But I'll see you next time. Bye guys.